Hello, today we've come to Haddon Hall.
Yes, Haddon Hall sits on the banks of the River Wye, just outside Bakewell, and it's an 11th century medieval manor house.
It certainly looks impressive.
It certainly does.
Home to Lord and Lady Edward Manors, Haddon Hall is a medieval manor house that has been described as the most complete house of its period and is said to be one of the most important historic houses in England. The hall was mothballed for 200 years, which has resulted in the interiors from the 14th century to the Elizabethan period being left in place. And so we can enjoy items such as this beautiful dyer's table in the banqueting hall.
Haddon Hall is 900 years old and has been owned by the same family for the duration of its existence.
Originating from the 11th century with various additions in the 13th and 17th centuries, with a little Tudor style added for good measure.
Although the hall has never been a castle, it was protected by a wall after a licence was granted in 1194.
Legend tells the tale of 18-year-old Dorothy Vernon, who in 1563 eloped over the bridge spanning the River Wye during a ball with John Manners. Fortunately, the lovers were soon reconciled with her father and later inherited the house. Their story features in a number of works of literature, including an 1823 novel, The King of the Peak, and an 1849 short story by Eliza Metyard entitled The Love Steps of Dorothy Vernon, and more recently, in 1902, Dorothy Vernon of Haddon Hall by Charles Major.
The Long Gallery is 110 feet long and reputed to be one of the most beautiful in the country.
In the 18th century, the 9th Earl decamped to Belvoir Castle in Leicestershire, and the hall has remained virtually unoccupied since, which explains why it remains a virtually intact 16th century manor house.
The hall also features on the cover of the 1975 Jethro Tull album Minstrel in the Gallery, featuring an 1838 oil painting of the hall by Joseph Nash. The hall is also featured as a location for many films and TV, including Pride and Prejudice and Jayne Eyre. The kitchens at Hadden are the oldest medieval kitchens in England and include many original features such as baking ovens, worktops and butchery.
The gardens at Hadden are very romantic, with an Elizabethan Walled Garden and stunning views down to the River Wye and across the beautiful hills of the Peak District.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed our trip to Haddon Hall.
It's been lovely, hasn't it, Dorothy?
It has.
Wasn't the hall amazing?
Oh, lovely.
Definitely worth a visit.
And the gardens too.
Oh, they're gorgeous, aren't they? Well, thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.